Hello all, welcome on this spooky night tonight to Serenity Shed and a source of imagination. You might probably be out tonight going trick-or-treating, or you might be indoors snuggling and listening to me. Anyway, welcome. And tonight is obviously, I call it Samhain or Samhain. The Welsh call it Calan Gaeaf, or All Hallows Eve. It was known as Halloween, or Hop Tuna, or Nutcrack Night, Snap Up All Night, or as the Witch's New Year. So anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about Samhain, or Samhain as I call it. Alright, Samhain indicates the end of summer. It is a signal that it's the beginning of winter. And it also indicates a time when the veil between the physical and the spiritual is at its most thinnest. It is a time to honour and remember those who have passed on. The cycle of life, death and rebirth. Symbols at this time are apples. And if you cut an apple in half, you will see the star. Also pumpkins, which people carve out, put lights in to keep away evil spirits, or jack-o'-lanterns, or besoms for protection, candles, bones, masks, cauldrons, and obviously trick-or-treat. Spells and rituals at this time. Well, this is a time for spirit contact, divination, release, banishing and honouring the dead. Colours at this time are black, orange, gold, silver and white. Crystals and stones are aquamarine, jet, obsidian, smoky quartz, amethyst and onyx. Oh, you can hear my birds all outside. Herbs and plants are allspice, mint, mugwort, nutmeg, catnip, lavender, sage and rosemary. And incense is mint, nutmeg and sage, but you can use sandalwood if you want to, or frankincense or myrrh. I prefer frankincense personally. But also animals at this time, lovely animals, are the bats. I do have a bat here that flies around. And ravens, I have ravens as well. Cats, I do have cats, and obviously spiders. I don't have cats, but cats do roam around here anyway. But I haven't seen a black one yet. Foods at this time are apples, which you can harvest in abundance, pumpkins, cider, lovely, nuts, bread, beef, poultry, cakes for the dead. Now, Samhain, in days gone by, people used to light, well, they may still do, light large bonfires, and they were lit to celebrate Samhain, and these bonfires were used for purification and blessing in the year ahead. It was to protect against spirits such as fairies, restless souls, and spirits that roam freely at this time, as some of them were probably not very nice. People would carry home the embers of the bonfire to relight their hearths, giving them protection and renewal. Some would prepare a meal of silence in honour of the dead and inviting ancestors to join the living. They might even put a photograph on the table of the people who have passed over. People would also dress up and wear masks in order to confuse evil spirits into thinking that they were one of them and to leave them alone. And also it's fun, isn't it? I love dressing up personally. Anyway, I'm going to also talk at this time about Samhain, the Welsh tradition, which is November the 1st, but it's sort of like at the evening of the 31st, November the 1st. And it's called Calan Gaeaf. Now, I hope I've pronounced that okay, and that means first day of winter. And this represents the old Coil Cereth, meaning bonfire, and I hope I've pronounced that correctly as well. My husband would be after me because he's Welsh if I haven't. Anyway, bonfire came from the word bone fire, where people would throw bones into the bonfire Animal bones were thrown in as offerings to the gods or spirits. This marked gratitude for the harvest and for the animals that would sustain the people through the winter months. The fire consumed the bones, sending its essence into the other world through the smoke and the flames. People would also, and still do, place items such as horseshoes, knives, keys at thresholds of their home. Salt. Iron was thought to keep away evil spirits, fairy folk, witches, ghosts and demons, and I have horseshoes at the back and the front of my home. It was seen as truth metal that disrupts dark spells and bindings. And for some folk would go out into the fields at this time and pick the last ears of corn, weaving them into knots in order to place under their pillows at night to dream of their future. There's also a story called, excuse the noise, The White Lady of Calangayaf, and it's called Ladi Wen. And it's about a white lady at this time who could appear to the fellow traveller, especially at crossroads or near wells at night. Depending on how you greeted her, she could decide your fate, so you had to be polite. Another tale, which was quite terrifying, and it was told to children in Wales in order to keep them safe and inside at night, and it was a tale of the tailless black sow, which was associated with death, bad luck and the spirits of the dead. And sometimes it was accompanied by a headless woman or spectral figures. It was said that after the bonfires were lit and the games were played, there came a time when folk had to run home before midnight. As the saying went, black sow without a tail will snitch the last soul lingering, meaning it was believed that the last person left at the bonfire risked being caught and dragged away. A warning message: don't stay out too late and get home safe. At this time, cakes were baked with tokens put inside to bring good fortune, predict luck as well. Young people at this time would try and peel a whole apple and throw the peel over their shoulder to reveal the letter of whom they should marry. Apple bobbing was another favourite, as apples were seen as a symbol of fertility, abundance and life. Catching an apple using only your mouth in a bucket of water was considered a blessing for prosperity in the coming year. Another tale at this time was told was about a spectral black horse. It was said to appear at night and often near churchyards, crossroads or open fields. Like the black sow, it was associated with death, misfortune and the spirits of the dead. If somebody dared to try and ride it, it would drag them to the other world or to their death. But in some cases, it was not malevolent, and it could be a spirit guide across the vale. Right, so also Samhain, you can do a ritual as well. If you wanted to listen to the ritual you can do on Calangayaf. It's the ancestor stone. So what you would do is you, and on your own if you want to do it, or you and your family, you each get a stone. You pick a stone and you do a little ritual, and you leave the stones overnight, and if by morning the stones are left undisturbed, it was a sign of good luck, protection and life for the coming year. But if your stone was missing, moved or cracked in the morning, it was seen as an omen of misfortune or even worse, death, before the next Calangayaf. This ritual was done around the bonfire usually, but you can also use a candle. So if you did want to do the ritual, if you want to live another year, or just a bit of fun, I think. But if you do want to do the Calangayaf ritual, you need one black candle and you need one white candle. The black candle will absorb negative energies and the white candle is for protection and peace. You want salt for protection and water for cleansing. So you start by creating a circle, and you'd sprinkle your salty water which you've mixed together and sprinkle it around to create a safe space and sacred space. And then you want to light your black candle and say, or you can say your own words, but what I say is, I banish all that would harm, torment, scare or steal on this darksome night, when the veil between us is at its most thinnest. And then you light your white candle and say, I welcome those who come in love and light. Ancestors, I honour you. And then you will flick the salty water around you, your area and you, and say, with this water I form a shield of light and protection around myself and my home tonight. So mote it be. Then you just wait a little while, and then you will blow out the candle of the black candle. Yeah. And then you would wait a little while longer, and then you would blow out the white candle. And then you just leave the stones there for the morning to see if they've moved or not. And make sure you, obviously, before you leave, you close down your circle. I hope you all have a good evening and enjoy your Samhain, whatever you may be doing, whether you're going to a party or going out trick-or-treating or just having a cosy night in watching a load of horror films like I do sometimes, like a good horror. Obviously, Samhain is definitely a time for reflection and honouring the dead, which I will be doing at this time, and also obviously a fun time for children to go trick-or-treating. So in Welsh I will say Calan Gaeaf Hapas, and in English that means Happy Halloween. So I hope you all have a good time and stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Samhain Night. Through silent fields the spirits tread, the moonlight crowns the dreaming dead. No fear, no grief, no need to cry, they walk with us as stars drift by. Around the fire we share a tale of harvest past, of moonlight pale. The paths we walk, the steps we take, our threads of love we will not break. No shadow here, no fear to bind, for hearts and spirits intertwined. Through paths and fields, through stars above, we honour all with care and love.